what's going on? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and
Doerilla, chilling in the building.
please believe it. You already know what's going on, man. We are live and direct right here on the industry's most wanted podcast. We got the homie Evawill checking in. What's good, fam?
What's going on? Happy to be here.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming through with these positive vibes. And, you know, we know what direction we're going in with this guy right here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure, always.
Introduce yourself. Give us that official introduction. You hurt yourself? You okay over there?
I'm good, man. You know, I had to wrap my wrist up. I got in a little car accident a few weeks ago, but I'm good. I'm healing. I'm healing, going through the process of making sure I heal right.
I'm good. I'm glad that you're good. I had to get that out the way because I seen you all wrapped up over there.
Yeah. We're going to get to it.
There you go. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I go by the name Evawill, producer, songwriter, artist. You know, I'm originally from Savannah, Georgia. Been in Atlanta for a while.
Oh, our last guest was from Savannah.
Oh, word. Yeah, we move around now. We move around when we come from there.
I got a network. Y'all should link up. We're going to plug that in.
Look, let's do that.
So you from the Pope?
Oh, yeah, from the Pope for sure.
Hey, listen, I got a lot of love for that CD. Shout out to my dog Clay James.
Oh yeah,
That's my brother right there. Shout out to Okarike, out on the limb film coming soon. So you grew up there?
Oh yeah, born and raised.
There's a lot of talent out there.
For sure.
Of course, you know, Long Live Camouflage.
Yes.
Some great talent has come up and through that city. So let's just take it all the way back.
Yeah.
Has music always been like on your radar since a youngin'?
Yeah, it was like how I grew up. I had my grandparents. They was like very heavy on the gospel music.
Okay.
My grandfather was part of a gospel group.
Dope.
Right,
That's
so
really
they used
dope.
to go through, you know, the church circuit and perform here and
Yeah.
there. And when I went to their house, a lot as a child. So like we used to just start playing whatever song came to mind in the living room. He'll get his guitar out, and then I start making.
Oh,
beat
he
on
played
the table.
instrumentals.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he played instruments and stuff. That's really dope.
He played guitar, so I used to get on the table and make beats on the
Yeah,
table.
you
So
was
that's
into
how
thumping. Okay.
that's how I started. You know, just making beats, and from there,
That's
I
how
just,
you hurt your wrist. Stop lying.
Crazy. I never hurt my wrist doing that. You know what I'm saying? I always hurt it some other way. I broke my wrist before. So, you know, with the beats and stuff, I never hurt myself, but I always used to get in trouble for it. So.
Your pride would get hurt.
Yeah, my pride get hurt. I feel like, man, this is what I love to do. Let me do it.
Yeah, most definitely. But that's good though that you know you got it within your family. You said you know your grandparents did gospel music. Was that ever a thought for you to go to the gospel lane?
You know what? It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like, I don't even like to keep myself in the box in a general sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might dive into a gospel. You know what I'm saying? I like to do the non-traditional stuff, though.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's kind of like I keep my mind open. I keep my talent lane open, too, because, you know, I don't really like to be put in a box.
Nah, for real.
And I know, you know, if I kind of go in there, if I go too deep, people start to put me in a box, and I don't really feel that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to make yourself marketable.
Right.
And in order to do that, you got to be outside the box.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to fit in. We ain't trying to fit in, right? We're trying to stand out as far as we can.
Right.
Be different. So when did you move to Atlanta?
I moved to Atlanta in 2007.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I hopped in the U-Haul. Turned 18, hopped in the U-Haul, came up here. I really came up here to go to school, but like at the same time, I already had connections up here as far as the music go. So, you know, before I moved up here, I was already coming back and forth on the Greyhound or riding up here with my cousin, just trying to make some moves. So it just made sense for me to start school up here, try to establish myself up here.
Did you come here solo dolo, or did you have any family here?
I have family here, not as much as I do now, but I had family up here, you know what I'm saying? Me and my cousin roomed for the first, you know what I'm saying, a few years. So it made it easy to transition with that family up here.
Yeah.
But, you know, outside of that, I still had my other connections up here as well that wasn't necessarily family, but they was people I can really call on. And
They
really
was like fam.
Yeah, move around. So it was good to have that.
It is, absolutely, because Atlanta's a big city.
Yeah. It's different.
It is very different. Me and Doe both moved here. I moved here from Florida. He moved here from Tennessee. It's like when I first moved here, I was out all the time. You couldn't get me to stay home because I knew I had to get out here and network.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an important part of, you know, really getting your name and your face out there is just getting out there, shaking hands and kissing babies and meeting people.
Pretty much. That was my biggest thing. I had to learn to do that, though, because, like, I'm not standoffish, but I was kind of like an introvert in the thing because I was real young.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody else was older than me, so I really just like to sit back and observe and learn from them.
Right.
And just kind of feed off of that energy. But I wasn't really talkative like that. I really just like, let me come in here, do some music, and I just be quiet.
Soak it all up like
Yeah,
a little
just soak it all up.
sponge.
Yeah, so that was me, man. That was me.
How would you say after being here for quite a few years, you've transitioned out of that? You opened up a little bit more?
Oh yeah, I had to. I realized how much it was holding me back. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of think about it sometimes. Like, I missed out on a lot of opportunities just being too quiet or being too laid back. People really just look over what I actually can do. You know what I'm saying?
We
Then
just talked about that.
Yeah, people figure out what you can do, and then by that time it's too late. You done missed it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's really just about just opening up. You ain't really got to be everybody's friend, but you know you want to let people know what you can do. So that's what I'm doing now.
Like the old saying, the closed mouth don't get fed.
That part.
What you say?
And it's the truth. Like,
That part.
I'm really big on just shooting your shot because you just never know.
Yeah.
You never know. You know, like, what's the worst that could happen? Someone tells you no?
Right.
Okay, that's cool. We
Yeah.
keep it moving.
You know what hurt me the most, though, is when people ignore you. I think that hurt more than a
Oh,
no.
boy.
I can take a no.
Yeah.
Because then I know what you're dealing with. But if you just
Right.
ignore me, I'm like,
That's just being rude. People,
Yeah, that's
people, people just rude. That's all.
don't do that.
I'm gonna tell you one time I was at Music Monday. What's the name? And I'm passing out my flyer.
Oh,
right?
at the coalition? Yeah.
This dude, I'm trying to handle my flyer. He turned his head and just shrugged his shoulder at me. When I tell you my temper went 0 to 100,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, I was like, I had to talk myself back down because I was like, that disrespect.
That's how I feel.
That
You know what I'm
is-
saying?
it
The person might not even mean it like that, but in the moment, it's just like, well, dang.
You could have just taken it, threw it on the ground like everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait till I'm not looking or something.
yeah,
You know?
but don't just turn your head with it. Like,
Chump you
come on,
off.
dog.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It's really about, like, I'm big on common courtesy. And the thing about it is when you come across people like that, you know, you just avoid them. You can't take it personal.
Nah.
Like, I get heated too now. I ain't gonna lie. Like, don't really see me get heated a couple times right
It's
here in
human
this
nature.
room.
It's human nature.
You know, but it's like when people disrespect you, like, you know, you want to protect your energy at all costs.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when somebody throws that off, man, it's like you blow up at them. You can't help it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You try not to, but it happens, you know.
So since you've been in Atlanta, like, what has been some of the things that you've really done? I know. Oh, well, let me take this back real quick. You came here. You said to go to school, right?
Yeah.
What did you go to school for?
I went to Georgia State for business.
Okay, that's big, bro.
Yeah,
I see you. Big things popping.
Oh yeah.
How would you say, since you've been here, like, has really helped you with your music, though?
It, like I said earlier, it really helped me open up.
Yeah.
I had to get out of that little shell I was in.
Right.
You know, I kind of learned how to maneuver in certain rooms, you know, as an artist, as a producer, and just as a businessman in general. You know, depending on what room you go in, you got to handle yourself a different way.
Please believe it.
You can't go in a business room and handle yourself like an artist because they're going to look at you as such. You got to be on your P's and Q's on the business side. So just kind of learning how to maneuver in there, how to have conversations with different levels of people, you know. So that's the biggest thing Atlanta taught me with this.
That's true, because whatever situation you in, you have to adapt to that.
Right.
You have to adapt to your environment. You know, like, there's time. I came from a corporate background, so I was Misty Malik by day. I was at, hey, how you doing today? Then I come here, I'm like, I can be myself now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have to adapt to that environment. You know, just so people can accept, you know, okay, you were here in a business environment, we got to take a business. It's cool.
Right.
But that's good that you understand that. A lot of artists don't know how to get out of that artist mode, and that's what holds them back.
What you said.
Period. You know?
You know how to change it up sometime. It ain't you being different. It's just learning.
Yeah.
It's growth.
But see, I'm gonna tell you, there's something I picked up on on the performance side, cause it was like I go into a room and I see what the crowd like, and I be like, this song ain't gonna work for this crowd.
That's another thing too, right?
You learn to read the energy, man, and be like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna perform at this event. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna network.
Yeah.
And if people interested in going to check me out, they're gonna check me out, but.
You don't want to get up there as a dude singing a real sexy song for the ladies, and you got nothing but a bunch of men standing around. Like, they gonna be like, "Who you singing to?"
They
you
gonna
know,
be like, "What's going on here?"
right?
Yeah.
You got to learn to adapt to your environment. That's just what it is. Point blank. Period. Who are some of the you know? Have you worked with other artists out here in Atlanta?
On the production side, I work with a lot more than I did as an artist. Like when I'm on my artistry stuff, I'm real like independent. Like I like to produce my own records. I like to kind of sit.
You engineer as well?
I wish I did. I don't. But you know what I'm saying?
That'd
If I
be
did, that would open me up a lot more as far as like working with people. But on the production side, I was able to work with some up and coming artists.
Dope.
You know, I work with a few people under 2 Chainz label. You know what I'm saying? I was able to bump heads with a lot of different producers and I'm trying to think of the name. I don't want to miss out on nobody.
It's all good. No, it's all good.
You know what I'm saying? But it really like on the production side, I feel like I got a lot more connections because I'm able to jump outside of that hip hop element a lot more. So I think that kind of gives me the biggest range of being able to work with people.
What do you go by as a producer?
Same thing.
Okay.
I keep it consistent. You know what I'm saying? So like when you hear me as Evawill as a artist, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get that. And then you hear me as a producer, you're going to get that same level of quality. I want people to connect it all together.
Dig that.
I want to talk about that a little bit because I do know a few artists / producers. Doerilla's one of them. You know, a lot of times they go by different names just because they want to brand it separately, and that's cool. It's however you want to do it. Would you say when people meet you and find out you do both, is that a more of a plus for you? Or because the reason I ask is because I've had some people say they want to separate it because if another artist finds out you're an artist too, they might be like, well, I don't want you producing for me. You're an artist too. Do you deal with that at all?
I do, but one thing I kind of try to do with all artists that I work with on the production side is I let them know that's the role I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to, you know, if you ask me to help you with your songwriting, I might. But at the same time, I'm gonna let you know, hey, I'm producing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure your record come out this way. I'm really not gonna be trying to be a feature.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it don't really get in the way for me. You know what I'm saying? When people figure out that I'm an artist as well, I do songwriting as well. It kind of makes them more feel like I understand them more when we in the studio. Like I understand what they're trying to do. So it kind of helps me. I feel like
that's what I would think. I would think that they would feel a little bit more comfortable because you understand both sides of it.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I think some artists maybe just get intimidated.
Yeah.
That's why, Slick, I'm going to say it. I don't care. Y'all get mad at me all you want because I'm going to keep it all the way G. A lot of artists won't support other artists because they don't want to see them do better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's some people that I work with on the production side. They never knew I was an artist. To this day, they probably won't know until they hear this. Because it's like I really separated. Like you're going to probably find out from somebody else that told you. Unless you trying to go that route, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm coming to you and you came to me as a producer, I'm gonna play that role until something else forces me to, you know, come out as an artist. You know?
Yeah, like that. I'm gonna tell you, that's probably the hardest thing for me. Like because I would want to separate mine. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the people that I have worked with on production, it's like they always want you to help them. They be like, man, I need a song like this one that you did, this, and you like, it's gonna sound like me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get your own flavor.
Yeah, and then they say, I don't want to sound like Doe. I want to sound like this, and I'm like, well, you said you wanted the song like this.
I'm gonna tell you about that, man. Like one thing, and I put this out publicly. I was like, man, stop asking producers to make a beat like other producers, especially if they current. Like if we trying to take it back and sample some previously, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That some stuff from the past, that's cool, but don't make me try to mimic somebody who
a little baby song or something, right?
Yeah, like, you know, I'm inspired by them, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm not finna do something exactly like them. So I started off doing that sometime, but I thought about it, I was like, that's gonna mess up my brand. Exactly. So, you know, I had to stop that early.
Right. No, listen, I totally agree because you want to have your own sound. You want people to hear that production, be like, oh, yeah, that's the Evawill beat. Like, that's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Not have to second guess, you know, oh, that who produced that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a Mike Will beat? No, that's not, you know, like.
It's Evawill beat.
Yeah, right.
Evawill.
Where did that name come from, by the way?
You know what? It just came from me just wanting to be myself, like. Younger, like when I was younger, people used to be like, what's your name? What's your name? I had a name that was totally not marketable at all. So I just made it. I just put my name in it. My real name is Will. Okay. I just put Ever in it. It's just the way that I say the word Ever. Yeah. So it's just a mode of me being forever myself. So that's where it came from. Nothing really complicated. You know what I'm saying? Just really just me.
Honestly, it sounds like it could be an artist and a producer name.
It could be.
It really does. It just has that ring to it. What's your producer tag sound like?
So my producer tag, I got my wife on there saying for Evawill and the real exotic voice.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So a real laid back voice. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is.
That's fire. That's good that you were able to incorporate. Does she do music or anything at all?
Not at all.
But she supports what you got going on. That's beautiful. That's listen. What's her name?
Bree.
Bree, shout out to you, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Like, hey, you gotta have a good, strong woman by your side. You dig?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it make a big difference.
Huge difference, most definitely. So what are some of the things you're working on right now?
Right now, I'm actually promoting my my new project I just dropped called Lone Wolf. They got the self-titled single, and I just dropped another single called They Say, music video a couple of days ago.
Dope.
But yeah, that's what I'm pushing right now, man. It's really me stepping into my artistry again, as far as recording and writing. During the pandemic, I kind of been in this little shell, like everybody else, just trying to figure out what to do.
Right.
Couldn't really go nowhere. Everything shut down. Couldn't go to the studios. Couldn't partner up with artists and stuff. Everything was on the phone through FaceTime and what's the other one? What's the one everybody was using? Video chats. So it was like it was just me trying to find something to do. So I had a lot to talk about. I had a lot to say. I was going through my own adversities, and I really felt like a lone wolf. Even before that, I felt like a lone wolf because I like to work by myself when it came to recording and you know, being an artist. Production not so much, but as an artist, I like to work by myself. So I just kind of put that in motion as an EP. And you know, put it together as a solid body of work about being a lone wolf. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing right now.
I like that though. I like the fact that you have a EP and a song that's titled the same. Number one.
Yeah.
I think that's fire that you did that. And you know what you just said. I'm not an artist, but I completely can understand and respect that you like to work alone.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's important. Do you have a studio in your house? I
got a workstation. I won't call it a studio because I'm not recording in it, but it's something that'll definitely get the vibes going where I can really put the song together. So by the time I'm going to the studio to put it down, it's gonna be quick.
You gotta have a creative space in your house. It's important. Doerilla's got that. Yeah. You know, I turned one of our bedrooms into a home podcast studio. My boyfriend turned another bedroom into, because he's also an artist / engineer, producer, all that, you know. Yeah. So we got our own spaces. But one thing that I really noticed about musicians is that you can be the most creative when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can experiment.
Yeah, you don't feel rushed.
Yeah, and you can do stupid stuff other things that other people think stupid.
You know?
Like you can experiment.
You can experiment with your voice and how you sound. Because when it comes out, it might sound crazy, but when you actually mix it and all that, it sounds fire.
Yeah. I like to spend time designing my sounds. Like, I don't like to go in and just take what programs have and just make something out of that. I like to go in there and tweak things a little bit and make it different.
Yeah.
So people hear it, they be like, "What world you got that from? What sound you using? Or how you made your voice sound like that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to really question how I put it together, and that let me know that I really put forth effort to make it different.
Do you have any signature ad-libs that you always use?
You know what's crazy? I do, but on this project, I didn't do them. I really wanted to make it different. Like, in the past, I used to yell like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had like a real high-pitched crunk type ad-lib thing.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause back then, that's what was hype back then when I was really like out there as an artist.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I kind of fell back. My voice changed with number one.
Yeah.
So, you know, with that, I kind of had to readjust how I hit the mic. You know what I'm saying? So I really did minimal ad-libs this time around, and I really focused on getting the message out.
Yeah.
That's really dope. Through the process of this project, how long did it take you to put it together?
Well, I'd say about 4 months.
Okay.
Just because I didn't rush it, I like I said, the pandemic really motivated me to do it, so I kind of just let it happen. And when it happened, right. I didn't sit in my room and be like, okay, I got to finish a song today. I didn't do that. I didn't do that with the beats either.
Can't do that.
I was just making beats, and then if I feel it, I'll write to it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have a group of beats. I was actually making songs as I was finishing the beat because I felt it so quickly. You know what I mean? So I just let everything happen organically, and I really feel it when I listen to it because it don't feel like I just threw some songs together. It really feel like I took some time with it.
Yeah. So, got to.
So look, I got to ask you this on the production end. Yeah. Because, like, it sounds like you go through the same thing I do, because I sit there and I'll be making a track, and I'll be like, before you know it, I got a loop, and then I'll record a chorus, and then I'll be like, okay, that's going to go. Yeah. Now I build the rest of the track around it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But producing songs for other people, have you ever got the song back or heard the song and was like, that didn't go the way I thought it would.
Yeah. Yes. I do it. It's all the time. And I actually like that. You know what I'm saying? I like when an artist come back with something on the beat and I had a different idea.
Completely unexpected.
Sometimes it's like, damn, why you had to do it that way?
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, like I just had this R&B artist send me a record, you know what I'm saying, a few weeks back. And I was shocked at how she came on it. Because I was actually thinking about putting like one of those rappers that like the harmonize. I was thinking about putting them on it, but she made it like a real live ballad.
Yeah.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying, about breaking up with someone. So it was like, that's different, but it hit me a different way to where that's like one of my favorite R&B records right now. So, you know.
Definitely, we got to check that out.
Oh, yeah. You'll hear it soon for sure.
Do you remember the first artist besides yourself that ever recorded on one of your beats?
Man, the first artist was my cousin. Man, yeah, my cousin. He used to go by Low Life, you know what I'm saying? We had our little clique, you know what I'm saying, back in Savannah. Yeah, man. We the straight thirsty boys and all that. So, man, look, he recorded, he freestyled it too. He ain't wrote nothing. So it was like he went in. This is before it became popular or not, right? But he used to go in and just rap off the top, you know what I'm saying? You drink a little something and just go off the top of the dome. And he was the first one that really showed me how the recording styles go, you know what I'm saying? How to back then we had to record in one take because we was recording on a CD dubber.
Right.
So we couldn't mess up or you got to start the whole song back over.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it was perfection. That's how I started being a perfectionist when it came to it and really taking time. So when I go in the studio, I want to be ready. I don't want to be wasting time in the studio just to get one record done. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. So
I can't stand it. Started
with him, my cuz, man. Big shout out to him.
Shout out to Low Life. Who would be a dream collab? Like, who would be an artist that you would love to work with and get them on one of your beats?
Damn, my dream one was, he passed already. I wanted to work with Michael Jackson bad.
Oh, he's the GOAT.
You know what I'm saying?
Ever.
That was the biggest one.
Yeah.
I say on the production side, I want to work with Tim.
Okay.
I want to work with I'll work with Yeezy.
Okay.
I'll work with Honorable C Note. Shout out to him, by the way.
Shout out to Honorable C Note.
It's a lot of people. On the artist tip, I like to work with people different. So I might work with a Beyonce.
Okay.
I might work with a
That's big.
Yeah, man. Like something different.
You gotta think big.
I like to work with Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
He like to think outside the box like I do.
What about Travis Scott?
Travis Scott for sure. He like to think outside the box too.
He does. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like people that's not scared to be different. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Mike Will, I would work with him for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These people like to step outside the box and do stuff that's different. And then when they do it differently, it hit. You know what I mean? So that's what I like.
Absolutely. What is your creative process when it comes to putting your music together? I mean, do you typically write? Do you freestyle? A little bit of both?
A little bit of both. Like my choruses come from freestyling.
Okay.
I might get my first 8 bars from the freestyle too. It depends on the vibe. So, you know, it just depends. Like I might not write at all. You know what I mean? But that song is gonna be that type of song. It's gonna be a fun record because I got to be in that fun atmosphere to get that. But if it's a real serious thing where I want to get a message out, I want to write it because I want it to be understood real clear. I don't want to say something that has nothing to do with the record in the middle of the message. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm real particular about that. You know what I'm saying? On the production side, I might start with a beat. I might start with the melodies. I might, like I said, rearrange some sounds and play with vocals and just create from there. It's just, you know, depending on what pulled me. As far as my creative side.
However your energy is feeling that
it depends on the energy. I might be mad and upset. I might come out with the hardest trap beat just because I need to get that anger out. I might have 808s going crazy because I feel like doing it. Yeah.
Here I go.
That's basically. So sometimes I need that moment to get it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like therapy. So I take it how it comes.
It is therapy. Listen, music is therapy because it's that universal language. Everybody loves some form of music. Right. Maybe different genres or whatever. You know, you grew up, like you said, your grandparents were into gospel music. That, you know, you do a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so important. Is in order to tap to the masses, you gotta be able to do a little bit of everything. Like you said, you put the one beat out there and you were surprised. Oh, girl came back with a really dope ballad on it. You know what I'm saying? That probably inspired you to do more of that type of production too.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm working on something right now that kind of fit that same mold. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping we can build on it. You know? So it's a good sound. I feel like that's something we can tap into a lot more.
So on the business side, you know,
Yeah.
they said that's what you went to school for.
Yeah.
You know, outside of you doing music and production, what other business ventures are you tapping into or want to tap into?
So you know, I got Timeless Noise. That's the focus with the music production company. So that's what I got on my shirt.
I say that's shirt fire.
That's what I
And
got
you
my
got
shirt
you
there.
got the bucket, the mask.
Yeah.
I
You know,
see you all
Appreciate it.
coordinated.
Yeah, so you know, Timeless Noise, that's a production company. I wanted to be something big. You know, I'm kind of following suit with the Mike Wills and the Honorable C Notes. They got their production team going crazy.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I want to eventually get to that level. On the other side, you know, I got things we tapping in. We want to tap into real estate. We want to tap into, you know what I'm saying, other investments as far as business goes. And can't really speak too much on
Of
them.
course, I got
but,
it.
you know, definitely, I think with anything, I think anybody at some point needs to get into real estate. You need to get into trading. You know what I'm saying? You need to get into a lot of things that's going to make money while you sleep. You know what I mean? So that's what we on.
Nah, for real. We just had this conversation like earlier today. I think it's important because one thing about this music business, it's not like working in corporate America. They don't provide us with a 401k and a retirement plan. We got to figure that out on our own. Right? You know, I came from working in corporate America for many years, and I had a 401k. Well, all that, like, I still got it, but I don't contribute to that no more. Yeah. So I had to turn to investing in the market. And over the last couple of years, I've been, you know, into cryptocurrency, doing really well, y'all. Y'all better get you some Bitcoin and everything, you know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, you wake up in the morning, you don't went up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You done had you a good night rest. You wake up to a nice little chunk of change. You can do something
change,
with.
Facts. You know, so it's all about investing and making sure you get residual income back off of whatever it is that you're investing into. Yeah. What about film? Is that an interest for you at all?
You know what? I never really dived into film. I did a real good film. I call it an expedition, exhibition, I should say. But we had like a little situation where we shot for BET Hip Hop Awards. It was some background type of situation for the stage setup.
Yeah.
So that kind of was like my first real film situation.
Dope.
But outside of that, I never really dived into it heavy. I did some acting for music videos and you know, little commercials here and there, but I never really dived into it. I think if I were to dive into it, I want to do more of the scoring. So like when it comes to like the music background or the music that, you know, help with the transition of the different storylines or the images, I want to be that guy. That's either producing it or managing that.
Word.
That's where a lot of my inspiration come from. You know what I'm saying? From movie music and video game music, all that type of stuff. So I would want to play that role if I were to get in the film. I ain't too fond of acting on film. You know what I'm saying?
You want to be more behind the scenes?
I want to be behind the scene. You ain't got to see me
more
too
like
tough.
post-production and stuff like that.
The thing is, when you said that, I remember I had dropped a song and I was watching a movie and I was like, dang, my song would have came in dope right here at this point. And I was like, I always wondered, how do you get it in the movie? Like, you know, like would you how do you submit it for a movie if you don't even know the movie actually coming out yet?
Right. That I think that come with just knowing the right people.
A lot of it's connections for sure. There's also a couple distribution companies out there that can get you in at the level of like Netflix films and stuff like that, but that's a foot in the door because that's big. You know what I'm saying? Where they'll actually pitch your songs, just like United Masters will pitch your music to like ESPN and to some of the video games. Right. There's some of those same type of distribution companies that'll pitch your music to like I said, Netflix films and stuff like that. So yeah, that's hard though. I think a lot of it, like you said, comes from just knowing the right people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe once you get in with that one film, then it opens you up and you're going to meet more people.
Yeah, if you do right by, I think that'll open up the most doors. You know what I'm saying? When people like to see what works, you know what I'm saying? The numbers work, you know what I'm saying? The brand works, then they gonna work with you.
And starting out with some of these independent films, like when Okarike was doing Out on a Limb, he actually put a post out that he was allowing artists to submit music to potentially be in the film, and they were going to go through them and see which ones fit. So, you know, starting at that level, too, on the independent films.
I missed that, by the way. Shout out to Okarike.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I ain't going to say it on camera. We'll say it afterwards. I'll tell you about something. That might be another opportunity I'm going to plug you in with. Sure. But, yeah, man, like, so Lone Wolf, the project's out.
Yeah, project out right now. All streaming platform. You know what I'm saying? Got 6 hard ones for you.
Man, listen, that's so dope that you kept it like more of an EP length because less is more. You know, we're really more in a single era. So I tell people, if you do put a project out, don't try to keep it 30 minutes and under if possible.
I wasn't supposed to be rapping again. I told myself I wasn't gonna rap no more.
It just keeps calling you.
It came to me during the pandemic. Seriously, like I wanted to really, like I said, I always play the background. I wanted to be a production guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put the records together. Even if I don't touch the beat, I still might DJ Khaled something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the type of person I wanted to be. But this made me want to just go different and just let people know how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And let people know that I can actually put a solid project together in a certain way, and you're gonna get a certain quality out of me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get a certain, order as well. It's not just going to be records put together in just, abnormal order that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You listen to the project from beginning to end, it all makes sense as far as me being a lone wolf in real life.
Yeah.
And really going through stuff with that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it is.
Do you have any videos filmed yet off of the project?
Yeah. I got three videos out. I just dropped They Say. That's the second, number 2 on the project.
Dope.
I just dropped that, I want to say yesterday.
Okay, brand new.
Lone Wolf, I dropped that when the project came out on the 1st October. And then before that, my first record was Harcher Street. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the street I grew up on. That's where my grandma stayed at, the one I was just talking about earlier when we first started. So that's pretty much my whole family came from that side of town. So that was like the first video I had to drop, let people know where I was from and how it started.
Represent.
Yeah.
I just want to take it back to the production side real quick. When it comes to working with the other artists, do you prefer to be like in the studio cooking up with them right there on the spot?
It depends on the artist.
Depends on
the artist. I can't do that. You can't do that with everybody.
Yeah.
Because some people coming in, they're ready to rap right now. They not ready to wait. They not ready for you to
cook
mix
up,
nothing. They ready. They may not even want you to put the snare in there yet. They want to go based on the 808. So some people you can't do that with.
I got you.
Others I might. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer to have the beat already at least closely done.
I got you. Understood.
So when I come to the studio, we can just make the most of creating
Tweak
the
it a
actual
little
song,
bit.
tweaking it and stuff. Because I don't like to waste time once we get in the studio. I want to keep that same vibe going, and I want the momentum to keep it pushing.
Yeah.
So I like to have it already at least almost done by the time we get there.
Do you have a particular studio that you usually work out of, or do you move around?
I move around. I think with this project, I stuck with Icon Studios. I got one of my good partners out there named D Cox. He an engineer, one of the manager engineers out there that really held me down on this project. So I stayed with that and did the whole project really one session. You know what I'm saying? I did it in one session. I did some touch-ups here and there at other studios in my home spot. But most of it was done at Icon. You know what I'm saying? He got his own home-based studio, too. As soon as he get back up and running, once the pandemic clear, we'll probably go back in there and cook up.
Shout out to Icon. I've been that's where Drummer Boy has done a lot of work with, and I've sat in on some of his sessions over there, and it's a beautiful facility. It's a great studio.
It's dope. It got the vibes going, man. That's definitely the vibe that I was asking for, is to put this project together. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to them.
Word. So we about to get into this Lone Wolf record, though. You ready?
Man, look, I'm ready.
You better hype it up a little bit.
I'm ready. Look, I'm ready. I'm over here. I'm all in.
I'm gonna make you do the worm again.
No, we can't do the worm.
We had him do the worm on live one time, and
oh man,
it was a fail.
It was a fail. He looked like he was a slug.
You like he was swimming?
No, he looked like a slug.
I just looked like I fell flat.
I can't do it
like
at
he
all.
belly flopped.
Yeah,
I wouldn't either.
It looked easier than it is.
Yeah, much respect to everybody that can do the worm. No, we can't do that. Though.
Nah, for real. So we need you to do a couple things before we wrap up, though.
All
right. So who do you want to shout out to?
Shoot, shout out to my people, man. Shout out to Bree. Shout out my boy D Cox. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit him up for the engineering. Shout out to DT Films for the videos. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bus 41 Films. Shoot. Shout out to everybody who support me, man, who actually stream the project. You know what I'm saying? I definitely love the support. I don't ask for it, but, I'm about to get out there and ask for it. We're going to promote it a lot harder.
Nah,
so we're going to go a lot harder with it, too. So much love to everybody who showed me love.
That's what you got to do, man. Yeah. Y'all show some love, some support. Go download it. You know what I'm saying? Stream it. We're going to check out one of the records. Yeah. Where can they follow you at?
Shoot, you can follow me on Instagram at the number 4, Evawill 912. That's for Evawill 912 with the number 4 in it.
Got to represent the 912, the Pope, man.
That part, always.
Last but not least, you right here live and direct on the industry's most wanted podcast.
Yes.
What makes Evawill the industry's most wanted?
Man, I'm a hidden gem, man. I'm a hidden gem. And I say that humbly because I don't boast a lot. I'm real humble, but it kind of get in my way.
Yeah.
So, like, when I come in the studio and you work with me, you're going to understand why people ask me to come to the studio even if I'm not working with them.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna make sure you're gonna come out with a solid project.
Yeah.
Make sure your shit sound good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure it got some quality to it that's gonna follow you. So that's what I say. I'm a hidden gem. The industry want them hidden gems because they're the ones that make people pop behind the scenes.
It's gonna be a good experience. Most definitely. Well, we appreciate you pulling up on us today.
Appreciate you having me.
Bringing all that good energy.
You know.
It was a good time.
I don't do this much. This new for me, so I appreciate it.
But listen, it was a whole vibe. We appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So big shout out to Evawill on the check-in today. We about to get into this record, though. Go ahead and introduce it for us.
Yeah, this is my single, Lone Wolf. You know what I'm saying? Off the self-titled album, Lone Wolf. Now, we're going to give you two parts. You got 2 parts of the record. Make sure you enjoy both of them. Lone Wolf, that's what it is.
Let go.
Yo. Check.
Industry's most wanted.
Okay, William, I've been on my grizzly trying to run it up a million. Nigga on my line, wasting time, should be billing them. Give your boy props if you won't, they concealing them. They hate on me in public, but in private they be feeling them. I've been unpredictable, don't know what to expect. Never claim to be something that I'm not for respect. How far you would go for money if the fame got you flexed up? How behind facades, nigga should be wearing makeup. Yeah, hold on, I just ran out of favors, now it's time to run a total. I done overpaid attention to these niggas. Yeah, no more. I'm coming back for some damn change like a hobo. Dolo, flying down Martin Luther King like I just got my wings and I'm letting freedom ring. Been plotting all winter, about to echo for the spring. I just dropped a couple habits, now I'm on to better things. And I'm riding Dolo in the city. And I'm riding
Dolo in the city.
And I'm riding Dolo in the city.
I'm flowing down the avenue, I got the thing with me.
And I'm riding Dolo in the city. And I'm
riding Dolo in the city.
And I'm riding Dolo in the city.
I'm flowing down the avenue, I got the thing with me.
I don't wanna be a part of your clique. I don't want your swag or your drip. Got my own charisma, and I ain't stepping to impress these little fender benders. They wanna crash out, cash out is my agenda.
It is.
Look, Instagram, everybody rich, everybody got clout, everybody lit. Can't even call somebody homie, everybody switch. Let me reconstruct my goals on my list, quick, pass me a pen. I write it down, make it real for the right situation. I'll be down to make a deal. Shawty say I need to open up and let it in. I told her I'm focused, I'm trying to be a better man.
I'm riding Dolo.
Yeah, I'm Dolo, I ain't with the gossip, yeah, that's a no-go. Not too many friends that fit in one photo. Zoomed in people, keep my circle smaller than a pea hole. Keep it wrapped tight like burritos. Laying down the law with the shit, no vetoes. Mine on the bread, can't do the keto. I can get you what you want, can't do a Frito. He knows, she know, we know when I'm man. Solid, humble with a motherfucker plan. I wanted to drop top with chicks and crop tops, but now I'd rather get me some land. I hate that it came to this. I might not be somebody's favorite.